To understand the significance of Diane Keaton's body of work, just check out her IMDb page. From modern rom-coms like Father of the Bride
You're absolutely wrong.
and Something's Gotta Give,
We're just goofy when it comes to love.
all the way back to her Oscar-winning role in Annie Hall.
Oh, well. La-di-da, la-di-da.
For 50 years, she's been la-di-daing her way into our hearts, commanding the screen with her special mix of quirkiness and charisma.
Hi, Diane.
Deemed Hollywood royalty by Hollywood royalty, honoring her with the American Film Institute's Lifetime Achievement Award in 2017.
Can't imagine the 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s without you. Love you, Diane. So does everybody.
But Diane isn't comfortable with all that adoration.
Every generation responds to you in some way. How does that feel as you're walking down the street?
It makes me feel like you're crazy. Because that's not the way it can be. I'm a weirdo, you know?
Did I mention she's hilarious? Her humor and fashion statements attracting 1.3 million followers on Instagram.
Oh, I love the Instagram.
But her latest project speaks straight from the heart. Brother and Sister, a deeply personal memoir about her relationship with her troubled baby brother, Randy.
What made you write this memoir?
Well, you know, I became the family documentarian. I think that everybody has, you know, a family situation, almost all families in some way. And Randy was such an interesting character because I think his mind was just unique and unusual.
Diane poured through her family's treasure trove of personal diaries and mementos, now opening up for the first time about the depths of her brother's mental illness and lifelong addiction.
You say that Randy was the single male relationship that was the most intimate in your life.
Yeah, that's for sure.
What did you mean by
that? He still is. Because you know, look, I'm a person who's never married. And I think that Randy had the most significance, and it's being played out now more than ever. Now that he's, you know, he's kind of infirm in a way that he can't really express himself too much anymore. When I look back on Randy, I just think, wow, I wish I could have been a better sister. That's all I really do. I wish I could have been a better sister.
Their lives started out in the same bunk beds, Southern California in the 50s, an idyllic suburban upbringing.
What were the happiest moments of your childhood?
Oh, we had a lot of happy times. You know, we went to the beach. We were always at the beach. We were always camping at the beach. And that was a very great time in our life.
Their childhood financially comfortable and yet emotionally disjointed. Randy struggled.
He had a sort of a point of view of life that was always completely so sensitive, and he was so afraid.
When did you first get an inkling that something was wrong with Randy?
So I went off and I went to acting school, and I was like 19 or 20, something like that. He didn't have a direction. He didn't want to go to school, and he hated working for my father, and so it was sort of obvious that it was becoming unusual. I think mother and father, this was the dilemma of their life, and this was the problem of their marriage too, is that for Dad it was the son. It was so important. And for Mom, it was protecting him.
A loner, an outcast, she describes her brother's life as being spent on the other side of normal, battling severe alcoholism, unable to hold a job, supported financially by her family.
There wasn't a classic diagnosis in the sense that growing up in the 50s, it wasn't a time when people talked about mental health and addiction.
No, none of that. Absolutely not. My career was starting to take off more, and I was gone almost all the time. I lived in New York. I would travel around, and so I didn't see Randy as often. So I wasn't really in the thick of it.
He drank a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever directly try to stop him?
No.
Why?
Because I just don't think that works. It wasn't like others hadn't tried. It wasn't like he hadn't seen psychiatrists early on. Nothing made a difference.
As Randy's life floundered, Diane's career took off.
Do you know how naive you sound?
Why?
Senators and presidents don't have men killed.
Talk in the book about auditioning for The Godfather. You thought it was a waste of time.
Totally.
I was not the kind of actress to play a fine upper-class woman.
Yes.
What were they thinking? I didn't even want the role.
I still believe that. I still believe I don't understand what they were thinking.
And then a string of films with Woody Allen, including Annie Hall.
Well, what is your definition of following?
As her family's archivist, she combed through her brother's journal entries and letters, like this one.
At one point, you made a little movie called Reds.
Jack and I are both perfectly capable of living with our beliefs.
Your brother writes you a letter. I'm going to read it. There are times in Reds when I wanted to stop the projector so the moment wouldn't move so fast. Where did you learn to use your face so well? I think you ran across every emotion in the book, then threw the book away and made up some of your own.
That was sweet of him. I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Randy's writing and his artwork helped Diane reconstruct his tortured mindset, which shifted from disturbing imagery to lyrical poetry.
I heard myself echoing out of the trees. One more sad voice. I heard my story reverberating in the air, along with the other voices of failure at the foot of the mountains, where I came to sleep.
What makes you emotional as you read his words?
That it's sad to me, you know, that he had a difficult life.
Diane's life, in comparison, flourished off-screen as well, adopting 2 children in her 50s, Dexter and Duke. She was with them filming Something's Gotta Give when she found out Randy was dying and needed a liver transplant. In 2003, he received that new liver, a second chance, one she says he squandered as he kept drinking unapologetically.
And yet, when he got that close to dying and he gets a new liver...
Oh, no, please don't even go there.
How upset
because
were you?
I don't... well, yeah, we were all upset. He was out of control. He couldn't manage it at all.
Diane writes that Randy remained defiant after the transplant, telling her, "I'm an alcoholic and I don't care. I will never stop drinking." She writes, "The longer Randy lived, the more he became that Boo Radley character who lived down the street, the man the neighbors gossiped about in whispers." Now in his 70s, Randy battles dementia, a change that Diane says has actually helped bring them closer. As time passes, she works to build new traditions.
He loves life, you know, and, you know, we have a ritual every Sunday where his caregiver and, you know, this therapist, we wheel him around, you know, to Centinela and Venice, and we hit the yogurt store. And we all have yogurt, and we just sit there and we talk a bit.
A reminder for us all that despite our failings, we can still cherish our loved ones while there's still time.
I adore him now more than ever.
I noticed the photo credits that in this photo that you took.
I took that picture. Isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Look how beautiful he is.
He's so beautiful.
Hi everyone, George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.